Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is the 2nd of October 2021. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Belmont races 4, 8, 9, and 10. The fourth race, it is the Miss Grillo Stakes. It's a grade 2 event going for a purse $200,000, races for 2-year-old fillies. We have 6 of them heading to the inner turf course. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile 16th on the inner turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16th. And the Miss Grillo. My top selection here, rails at 18 feet, so just keep that in mind. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 6-horse McCulloch. We'll go 6-3-5-4 in the superfecta. 6-3-5-4 super. Top selection, the 6-horse McCulloch. This 3-year-old filly by Frankel. Chad Brown trains. I Rider Tees Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 8th of August at Saratoga. Mile 16th on the inner turf course in the main special weight for 100K. And the horse won by 1.5 lengths there. He sat back early, a little bit wide, but when he had the turn of foot, he had the race done in hand. A very good run coming here to mile 16th, hopefully sitting a little closer with the rails out going a mile 16th. I think he really ran a good race. His most recent workout patterns haven't been half bad. A 5-furlong workout on the inner turf course in 1 minute and 2 seconds. The ninth best workout 16, and a 5/8 workout the week prior, and 101 and 2/5 of a second, the 4th best workout 9. So he's been training well since the last race. Like I said, he's a little bit of a wide poster. I'd like to see him a little bit more forwardly placed on the speed favoring turf course, but at even money, I think he's on the up and up. He's a horse to keep an eye up going into next season with the Belmont Turf Triple Series, where they have the Belmont Derby, that Jack Club Derby, because he looks like a horse that can really do wonders in that, and he has a great pedigree here. At even money, let's use him. You can throw out either the 3-horse Hail 2 for Tom Albertrani. His 2 races haven't been half bad. He showed versatility in both those races, and I think he's another horse on the up and up. At 7-2, you'll probably get a little bit better price on him if they're going to bet that McCulloch into the ground, but he could definitely win on paper, and definitely a horse using your exactas, because he definitely get there also. But to recap my selection for the 4th from Belmont, it's the Miss Grillo. Let's take the 6-horse McCulloch, give kudos to the 3-horse Hail 2, 6-3-5-4 super, 6-3 inner multi-race. The 8th race from Belmont, it is the Champagne Stakes. It's a grade 1 event going for a purse of $500,000, race for 2-year-olds. We have a field of 6 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Belmont main track. 1,600 meters, 1 mile here in the Champagne. My top selection, we're going to go with the number 1 horse Wit. 1, 2, 3, 6 for me in the superfecta. 1, 2, 3, 6 super. Top selection, 1 horse Wit. This 2-year-old colt by Practical Joke. Top lecture trains. I Rider Tees Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the grade 1 hopeful at Saratoga. 7 furlongs on the 6th of September. And where do I begin with that race? He absolutely broke horribly. Got shuffled back early. Had a decent turn of foot late, but from all said and done, he just kind of hit the wall late. But he still ran decently after all said and done. Coming here, hopefully breaking a little bit better, settling well. I think he should definitely win this race. 2 backer in the Sanford Saratoga, 6 furlongs, 17th of July. First time facing winners, first time facing stakes quality horses. If you would have told me off of his debut, his sophomore race would be even better, I would have told you it would have been nuts. But he really put on a show there, winning by 8 lengths. He sat back early, stupidly wide, but when he got the turn of foot, he just kept going, earning a 90 buyer there. That was a great run and showed a lot of potential there. And then prior to that, at Belmont Stakes weekend, 5.5 furlongs in main special win 90,000. He won by 6. Completely missed the break that they sat back early, but when he got the turn of foot around the far turn, he just kept going. A very good race. Something with him, he doesn't always break. He's gonna have to fix that if he wants to come a real deal horse. But coming here off the bench at 2-1, I think he's on the up and up. Let's use him. So to recap my selection for the 8th from Belmont, it's the grade 1 Champagne. Let's use the 1 horse Wit. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 6 in the superfecta. Heading to the 9th race from Belmont, which is the Belmont Turf Sprint Invitational. It's a grade 3 event going for a purse of $200,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs in the Belmont Inner Turf Course. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs here in the Belmont Turf Sprint. Top selection, we're going to go with the number 5 horse, the 5-horse Therapist. We'll go 5, 7, 5-7-2-3 in the superfecta. 5-7-2-3 super. Top selection 5-horse therapist. The 6-year-old gelding by Frood. Christophe Clement trains when Tyler Gaffalion gets on the mounts. 9-2 here. This New York bred. Most recent out came the West Point at Saratoga, mount 16, 27th of August. And he finished second by a nose and was stupidly out of it early on. Sat back early, but his turn of foot late was decent. Really closed up well. Nearly won that day. Ran his heart out. Nothing bad about that race. Kind of back to 6, where he doesn't run very often, but when he does, he always runs these sneaky races. I think he's sitting on the race of his life today. Two-bagger in the Forbidden Apple, Saratoga, 1 mile, 16th of July, and he finished 5th by 3 lengths. Again, sitting back early, stupidly wide. He just couldn't keep up, but I've seen a lot worse races. And then prior to that, optional 100 at Belmont, 1 mile, 6th of June, he finished 3rd by 1 3/4 lengths. Value proposition freak that day. Analyze it, who finished 2nd, really ran a good race. This horse was just the best of the rest. And then prior to that, elusive quality at Belmont, 7 furlongs, 24th of April. Finishing 6th by 3 3/4 lengths. It was stupidly wide, and again, he just needed a better trip there, and wasn't going to win off the bench. But then prior to that, 28th of November last year at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in the Aqueduct Turf Sprint, he finished 4th by 3 lengths, and he didn't break that well, was stupidly wide, but was gaining a lot of ground late. Nothing bad about that race off a very quick turnaround. A week and a half prior in the Artie Schiller at Aqueduct, 1 mile on the turf, he won by a neck, and from mid-pack, he got the job done. A very, very good run against very tough horses. Like I said, he doesn't run 6 very often, but when he does, he runs these sneaky good races. At 9-2, I'm going to single him as my best bet of the day. So to recap my selection for the 9th from Belmont, Belmont Turf Sprint Invitational, I'm going to go with the 5-horse therapist. We'll go 5-7-2-3 in the superfecta. The 10th race, the feature of the afternoon, a race very rich in history. It is the Woodward, the first Woodward run here at Belmont since 2005. But it's the Woodward Stakes, grade 1 event going for a purse $500,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses are going the distance of ground here of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the Belmont main track. 1,800 meters, 1 mile and 1/8 here in the Woodward. And the last Woodward they ran in 2005 here at Belmont. The winner was St. Liam, I believe, and went on to win the Brewers Cup Classic that fall here at Belmont, which was the last time they ran a Brewers Cup at Belmont, which feels like yesterday. But my God, it's almost 16 years now. But my top selection here in the Woodward, I'm going to go take the number 6 horse Forza de Oro, 6-2-3-5 in the superfecta, 6-2-3-5 super. Top selection 6 horse Forza de Oro. This 4-year-old colt by Spicetown. Belmont trains. Junior Alvarado gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 4th of September at Saratoga, mile and a quarter in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, and he finished 3rd by 1/4 lengths. He was with them early on. He just couldn't stay the 2 turns, kind of hit the wall late. It wasn't his day to win. Just the way he runs, he looks like he's a 1 mile and 1/8 horse at Belmont, where he could slow it down on the settle down, slow it down on the backstretch, and really save a lot left for the final quarter. Coming here today, I think he's sitting on a very good race. 2 back and optional 100 Saratoga on the mud, mile and 1/8 the 21st of July. First off the bench, he won by 3 lengths, and he stalked that day, got the lead in the stretch, and then just walked home. A very good runner, earning a tie career best 1-1 buyer. And then before that, the Discovery at Aqueduct, mile and 1/8 last November, he winning by 3 3/4 lengths again, stalking out that day. He just won for fun there, earning a 1-1 buyer that day again, tie career best at that point, or well, career best at that point. And then a lounge race, 65,000 at Belmont, mile 16 last October. He won by a neck, and he was very rambunctious that day, but early on. But he got the job done late. His 2-year-old form wasn't half bad at all. He was running these decent races at decent odds, but he's really improved a lot since his 3-year-old campaign. Coming to the end of his 4-year-old now, 5-20, he could definitely win on paper, so let's use him. Don't throw out the 2-horse Maxfield. He just couldn't keep up in the Whitney. Cutting back to a 1-turn mile and 1/8, I think is more in his wheelhouse. And at 7-5, he could definitely win on paper with the blinkers on also today, which could concentrate him, which I think is something that cost him, where he wasn't concentrating his last few races. But we'll use him on the multis. But to recap my selection for the 10th from Belmont, it's the grade 1 Woodward. Let's take the 6 horse Forza de Oro. Give kudos to the 2 horse Maxfield, 6-2-3-5 super. 6-2 in your multi race. So good luck to him. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingCat5. Good luck, everybody.